Today I want to speak about mistakes in vibrato, but I want to focus on the mistakes that are not connected with the actual movement. Most people are focusing really on the side-to-side movement, where it's an arm vibrato or wrist vibrato, and I've spoken about this in my other videos. I want to speak about mistakes that people have, which is more about setup and things that happen around the violin, which affect our sound very much. So I'll just jump for the first one. When somebody comes to me and they say they have problem with the vibrato, they want to work on their sound, the first thing I try to look at is their setup. We hold, most of us hold the violin with a chin rest and a shoulder rest, but I found a lot of the problem is that many people tilt their violin to the point where it's resting on that part of their hand. I found out if I ask them to lift their head, the violin falls down, and so since the vibrato is about disconnecting yourself from the neck, having the violin tilted in this way makes everything more difficult. The movement is not free because you can see that part of the finger underneath, usually coming even underneath the neck, and then this is like driving your car with the brake on. So it just keeps on breaking your vibrato. Not to mention this is very, very bad for your neck and your shoulder because you're constantly doing this. So check that your setup, and you have to play around this. I mean, some people have long necks, some people have short necks, and different body types. But the idea is that when I lift my head and I'm holding a finger, okay, that the violin is not falling, and it's different. And if I let it fall straight down. See? It doesn't fall this way. So it seems pretty basic, but you have no idea how many people in very high level of playing, who figured out a lot about the movement and about what they want to hear, have a lot of problem disconnecting from the neck because of the way the setup is. So since our shoulder is higher than our chest, what we try to do is basically work around the shoulder pad, that it's somehow stabilizing the violin. Those of you who play without the shoulder, I have no idea how you do it, but some of you are really talented in this way, not me, because I find that I always take my shoulder out, but a lot of great violinists don't use shoulder pad, so I'm not going to go into that. They also have the same thing. The violin does not fall down this way. Even if you go to the G string and you're trying to go to the G string, try to bring the bow to the G and not yourself to the bow. And try to be, sometimes we need to be in this situation, but it's basically very hard on our body and not very good for our vibrato. The next mistake that I see a lot of people is that if you watch the arm and my hand, I see a lot of people who overextend their elbow and create this very bad angle. They grab the violin and then they tilt it inside. And so what happens is, because even if you're doing an arm vibrato, a good arm vibrato is utilizing also a movement of the wrist. Once your wrist is in this situation, the movement is different. If we have a straight wrist, movement is up and down. Once the wrist is broken in this way, then it's very hard. We can't do this anymore, or we can do it, but it just takes you'll see it takes a huge amount of concentration to do it. We start moving sideways, basically. That's what we do. So when you're changing strings, basically use a mirror and make sure that you are trying to keep your arm and wrist in the most natural and neutral position. I mean, this is a natural position of the hand. Yeah, everybody can do it. This is not. Okay, so try to avoid it. Now, next one, over pressing. I know I've spoken about over pressing in some of my other videos, but this is another good opportunity to drive this point home. Most of us overpress on the string, and when you overpress your finger, everything locks. So try not to overpress. And if you see your fingers when you vibrate, if you see your fingers like bunch up together, especially the fourth finger going up and stuff, the angles like this. This is a good indicator that you have a side-to-side pressure, that you're pressing like a fist. You're pressing also from side to side, and this is a very natural movement. Unfortunately, it's not a good movement for the vibrato or for violinistic skills. So try when you vibrate, when you hold and then vibrate, that nothing happens, like nothing else happens. You just play. So when you analyze your vibrato, okay, you just play a note, nothing happens around the fingers. I don't get any tension in the palm of my hand. That usually happens because we overpress. So I think I've shown also this exercise in some other videos, is pressing and unpressing the string, and then the third or fourth time going to a normal vibrato. I mean, the pressing and unpressing is one movement, and then I vibrate. This is a completely different movement. But the thing, it makes me be very conscious of how much pressure I really need to in order to vibrate, and how much I can elevate from the string. It's all about elevation from the string. Once I start moving, once I initiate the vibrato, the finger should be feeling like it's lifting off the string, not as if I'm going into the string. Yeah. So this is something that when you analyze your vibrato, if you want to improve your sound, that the touch that you have is all the time getting looser from the string, getting elevated from the string. I think another like one of the last things has to do with the fact that some of us have learned to play vibrato in a completely different angle. So I see people saying, "Oh, I'm going to do it. Like, this is how I play," and then, "Oh, vibrato exercises," and then they kind of take themselves away from the string, and they start doing like different vibrato exercises. This is it's not realistic in any way, because you wouldn't have time to do this, and even if you did, it means that you're in a different angle. It means you're a totally different feel and intonation. And a vibrato is something that should be done on the angle that you're playing. So this is my hand. If I want to vibrate, the only difference is that I'm making sure that I'm detaching myself slightly. That is a very important movement, although it's slightly small, and that's why the fact that if the violin is falling into the hand is crucial, because once it falls into the hand, it's hard to detach. It just keeps on falling into the hand. So being in an angle where I can detach myself and then immediately vibrate and feel that I'm free. But once I need to go back into fast mode of playing and I need some more support from the side of my hand, that's what I can do. I avoid this angle. This is very crucial. Some of us take the first finger too low, and then we go under the violin. It breaks the angle also, so it's a really bad habit. So just check yourself in the mirror and see that you're not falling into those mistakes, because then you can save time and improve your sound immediately. So I hope that this helps you, and if you did, even if you didn't, you can write to me and find me in eyalkless.com, and I'll be happy to hear if this helped or not. Bye.